What's up, guys? Appreciate you watching this episode of RSG, man. If you may not know, we have just started our Discord channel, man. If you want to be able to sit down with us, have some conversations, have some banter back and forth, come see us.
We have an active channel where you guys can talk with Justin and I regularly, and we have race predictions.
And occasionally on Sunday, you'll be able to speak to Rod and I personally, and also we'll have guests.
And when we drop any announcements or merch, that'll be the first place you can see it.
And we'll also have some lucky fans be able to ask some questions to our guests. So hit the link in the bio.
Justin Gatlin is the latest in a long line of sprint sensations to emerge from the USA.
Gatlin got a good start. Look at this man coming through now. Gatlin. What a fantastic performance from Gatlin. It's all about Gatlin.
Ultimate goal is to be one of the best sprinters in history.
And what a fantastic performance from Gatlin, and look at the time.
It's the American leading the Jamaican at the moment.
He knows he is the world champion.
Justin Gatlin is the world champion here in London.
What's going on, fam? How y'all doing, man? We back.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
What's up, everybody? I know they know. I know
like
our chat come. They like, dang, we missing somebody. Dawn is on mommy duties, y'all. She couldn't be with us tonight. We know she is definitely the first lady of RSG. She had some things to attend to tonight, so we definitely would miss her. As we know, you guys will miss her also.
Hey, definitely 100%. And but she said she'd be back for these relays, so she ready to chop it up with y'all about these relays. So we getting it in, man. DR, what's going on, man? What's good, Tiffany? I heard you got your popcorn. What's going on, Rashid? Hey, I saw somebody already talking about. Well, we're gonna get to it with the whole no in the 200 and everything like that. Well, how we gonna start tonight, man? How you doing tonight, man? You good? You good?
These world championships has your picks so messed up, bro. Like anything could happen at the world championships. If you told me when these world championships started that Warholm would not get a medal, I would have told you was crazy. If you would have told me when these world championships started or last year that the Boho would not medal in the 100 or the 200, this would be crazy. And so at world championships, anything could happen, man. Anything could happen. But we're going to start with the men's 400 hurdle. Men's 400 meter hurdle race, man, with Rod Benjamin having a little bit of drama with being the gold medalist, along with getting DQ'd, and then coming back to be the world medalist once again, man. They protested. He's back at the world medalist. DeSantos Santos was second, and what's the name was third? Who was that was third? Samba. Samba finally. Samba finally made the podium, man. And I was so happy for him because so many injuries. And he was the first guy to start all these 46-second runs in the hurdles before Warholm, before Rye. And now to see him on the podium, I am so happy and proud of him from Qatar, man. Shout out to Samba, man. What was your thoughts while you was watching the race? And Warholm was fourth. That was crazy to me.
Warholm was even fourth. Warholm was fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4,
fourth.
Fifth. He was fifth, boy. Because you got to remember Ezekiel Nathaniel, the Nigerian young guy who just came out of college.
Oh, and the Nigerian record holder. Yes, he broke the record. You're right. Oh my God.
So what I'm gonna say about this, I'm gonna start down from the bottom and work my way up, right? So I'm gonna start with Warholm. I'm going to say with Warholm what I've been saying this season and last season. Last season, he had a bad season because he had his little glitch at hurdle 10. He started stuttering. He started losing momentum off of hurdle 10, going into hurdle 10, and going into the finish line. So at the end of the day, that is what stopped him from being where he needs to be last year. I bring it up this year, and everybody's going to say, well, he was on a roll early this season. He's back to being Warholm, what we all know he is, the crazy, insane Viking. I said, yes, but who has this new Warholm challenged yet? He didn't get any real challengers through his season. And when he got to this championship, you saw exactly what happened. By the time he got out the hole too hard, he got really excited. And you can even hear the commentators say, we think that Warholm got out a little too fast, but he's the Viking. We never know what's going to happen. And I think by the time he got to the last 50 meters of that race, he had no more gas. And where he was in contention for a medal, coming off that 10th, going over that 10th hurdle, coming off of it, that's when you see Nathan, and then you see Samba, and they just take him at the finish line. By that time, Rai Benjamin, Allison, they already crossed the finish line. So we watching a guy who has Samba has helped these guys pave the way to where they are today. But at the end of the day, someone like Warholm has pushed the envelope in that event, right? But seeing him in this situation, he has to fix whatever is going on with him. He can't think. And I don't know why he's thinking this, Rod. He can't go out here and think that running balls to the wall and scaring everybody is going to be the answer anymore. They have a solution to that. You clearly know, hearing Santos speak on the last episode we had him on, he said, I know my opponents now. I know how they move. I know I got to get him off the 7th hurdle. I got to get him off the 10th hurdle. He knows. He has an algorithm. And clearly, King Ben has figured that out too. He's gone 2 years straight being dominant. He understands the rhythm. He understands if you ready or not ready, I'm coming. Here I am. And now you got the new kid in the mix. Ezekiel is in the mix now, so I don't know. It might not be the big three anymore. And Samba finally got his medal back, man. He got a bronze once again, so it seems like it's going to be a really, really good one, man. A really, really good one.
Listen, I really wonder, coming down to that last hurdle, man. He really, Rye really destroyed that last hurdle. He ran 46.5. I wonder what he would have ran, man. He looked like he was in like 46 flat shape. He was going to run something awesome, but he destroyed that last hurdle. That's where the disqualification came from, which was crazy.
Yeah, man. I think it panned out for everybody going forward. A lot of people already had Rye as his pick in favor because how he's ran thus far. So, but at the end of the day, man, it kind of looked the same across the board from Rye to Santos, and then now it just drastically changed from that bronze to now Samba's back in the mix again, and now we got the new kid on the block. So it's going 2027, 2028 is going to be a different look. 2026 as well. So.
Well, I don't know if you heard, man. They say Rob Benjamin is testing his hands out at the Open 4 and 200 next year, and he got the wheels to do it. He got the wheels. I don't know if anybody is sure. I think his PR in the 200 is 19.9. And we all know he could run the 400 like we do. So I think he's pulling the Sydney and stepping away from the hurdles. I mean, he's the world and Olympic champion. He's going to challenge himself at something else. So I think that's a great challenge to get Rye to mix it up with them 400-meter boys. Now, them Botswana boys going to give him hell, boy. They going to give him hell. Listen. Yeah, if you go for the 4x4 or the 4, them boys gonna give him hell. He jumped in there. I mean,
yeah, if he drops it. For Rye, the talent is there, bro. It's just about him having that confidence and knowing he's the king. And I think that's where he lacked it when he had to go against Warholm at his best. It shook him up a little bit. I think that he realized now, like, dude, I'm the dude, bro. I can get this done. You know what I mean? So if Rye wants to jump down, he may be a Sydney. He may jump down and start going out there dominating the 400, man. Listen, this world championship, anything is possible. We've seen a lot of changes in this world championship. So I'm happy with that, though. It's been real exciting.
I think next year a lot of people are going to be trying a lot of new things. A lot of people who dominated their events, they're going to be moving around and making a lot of other competitors very uncomfortable because they're going to be like, man, what are you doing here? This ain't even your event. And they like, every event is my event. I would love to see, this is off topic a little bit, I would love to see Grant try his hand at long jump again. I would definitely love to see that.
Oh, you would? Okay.
Yeah, man, Grant is an awesome long jumper. Crazy, awesome long jump. I would love to see him try that again. I mean, he's a great hurdler, and obviously we know he'll figure it out. You know what happened this season, whatever. But Grant is definitely not just a one-trick pony. He is a all-tricks pony. All-tricks pony.
It must be the generation because I remember during the COVID time where we all had to run for our contracts. Yes, this is true. During COVID, we had to run for our contract. So we all met up secretly in Dallas at AP Ranch, and they put on a Nike contract track meet. And you get to run any and everything you wanted. You could run, but you have to run 3 races. You have to run 3 races. They had a 60 meters, 100 meters. They had a 150. They had a 200. They had a 300. They had 400. They had everything that you wanted right there. You just had to run 3 races. I remember this is when I realized that this next generation is freakishly talented. Rai Benjamin and Gosh, what's the boy's name that runs with him? Michael Norman. They both went out there, ran the 100 and broke and went sub 10. And then they jumped into 200 and jogged like a couple of 20 O's. Like they just built different, dog. They just built different. So if Rye wants to go out there and drop down to the 4, I think he could do that because I've seen him run the 100. I've seen him run the 200. He has the capabilities of being a good 400-meter runner for sure.
Yeah. Moving on to the 400-meter women's, man. Listen, our 400-meter women's, it definitely wasn't a surprise who won that one. You know, if she didn't win, if Femke Ball didn't win, we would be surprised. We would definitely be really surprised if she didn't win. But Jasmine Jones looked really good throughout the heats and the semis and everything. She was definitely not on my list. Anna Cockrell and Delilah Muhammad was on my list. And definitely Zaplova.
Zaplova.
Zaplova was definitely not on my list, man. But that lane 2 is proven to be a lane, bro. Listen, I don't care what nobody say. That lane 2, you had Jareen Richards, you had Zaplova, or however you said it. I don't want to disrespect the young lady, but out of lane 2, man, listen, they getting it done. You can't even be like, oh, I got a bad lane draw. You be like, man, Jareen Richards got it done. Shoot, the first person to get it done out of that lane was Angelo Taylor. 400-meter hurdles out of lane 1, got the gold medal. Out of lane 1. So lane 2 shouldn't be a problem. Nobody should be talking crazy about their lane draw. If these people are getting it done, it's just basically how bad you want it. It's the same distance around the track. It's just how bad you want it. But shout out to Jasmine Jones, man. Jasmine Jones getting it done. You know what I mean? I think that's Rod Benjamin's training partner. You know what I mean? I seen him give her a hug coming through the line, man. And they definitely did well, man. But surprise bronze medalist and Emma from, is that Slovakia? I think it's Slovakia. Yeah, man. Shout out to her, man. I'm very proud of her. I hope she keeps it carrying on. I hope this wasn't lightning in a bottle for her and she just keep rising to the occasion. But congratulations to Femke Ball. Like, yeah, like I said, like everybody, if you would have picked against her, you would have been crazy. You would have been crazy.
I got a question for you. A reporter asked Delilah Muhammad the question that you have been talking about this season. If she runs well this season, why would you retire? And she kind of danced around the answer a little bit. She said, I felt good. You know, sometimes you low and you just be like, I just want to get it over with. But she said, I'm going to go back to my team and see where I'm at. So you might see Delilah a little bit more on the track, y'all. So she might turn around. How do you feel about that, man?
I feel good. I feel like Delilah should give it one more shot. You know what I mean? As long as it's for her. And she's doing it just solely for her because she's achieved everything that you wanted to achieve early in her career. You know what I mean? She's achieved the world record. She's achieved the Olympic gold medalist. You know what I mean? She's achieved everything. This ain't somebody who is chasing something. As long as it's in her heart to keep going for herself, I want to see her on the track just because I just love seeing her. You know what I mean? But as long as it's for her, I think she should do it. You know what I mean?
I think so too. I think it was just a wear and tear for running for so long and then have an injury for so long that was like, man, I just want to be over with this. She finally had a good year where she wasn't injured. She started dropping better times. She see that she's still competitive in a field that already progressed forward. I think that's good for her to be able to say, I'm gonna come back out here and I'm gonna give it one more shot. And then after it was done, even though she even got 7th in the race, she said it was just minor details that she could have fixed. So you might see her next year in 2026 or even 2027. So she's still young. She still got it in her, man. She can get it done.
I seen DRL say, why would she come back after all she accomplished? Man, let me tell you, being an athlete at a high level, I wasn't even at a high level, but I mean, Justin could probably attest to this. But just any athlete, if you achieved if you've been on a top level or competed, man, when you stop competing, that is probably one of the most hardest things to do. If you feel like a part of you have died, like it's your identity, especially if you've been doing it for a long time. And it's something that you definitely have to get out of your system. Because if you just stop and you sit, it's something that'll just burn you. Like it'll just keep poking at you. Justin, you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, man. I mean, you do. That's what happens. It feels like a piece of you has died. You got to realize, like, especially a lot of people in this chat, we ran track from middle school, high school, even younger than that, you go through college, and then some of us get the opportunity to turn pro, and then while you're pro, you know, you're pro for about a good 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years or plus more. This is all you know in your life, and then one day you stop, and then the next thing you know, you wake up, no more practice, no more competition, but also the fact of no more going out to practice and hanging out with your teammates and laughing, that bonding situation you have, and traveling the world to go compete somewhere. All that ceases all at once. And now you have to find who you are as a person. It scares a lot of athletes to think that they have to go through that and that day will come for them, just like death, like for all of us, right? So an athlete feels like they go through that process twice, especially good ones. And I saw somebody in the chat said, well, she's accomplished everything. Why does she need to keep going? Sometimes it's not about accomplishing everything you've done. It's the fact of it's still a way you have a living. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these athletes still get paid. They have their contracts that's paying them, quarterly to go out there and just represent whatever sponsor they're with. So it's not about just checking off your list and saying, hey, all right, I did that. All right, good. So y'all can stop. I'm gonna retire. Stop paying me. And now I'm just going to wander in the world trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. Some of them just want to kind of milk it out a little bit more, get some more money, put it in their pocket, and then figure out what they're going to do. So I respect her on that. She come back with it. It just, she knows that she got to stand on it, though. She got to stand on business because them athletes out there running. Even if Sydney's not in that event, Femke Ball is handling business.
She is. And that's not across just track and field. We've talked to other athletes. That's in basketball, football. It's through all sports. Everybody, that feeling is the same through everybody. You know what I mean? You play football from a tyke all the way up to NFL. You play at basketball all the way from AAU all the way up to the NBA. Like everybody says the same thing. Like it feels like a part of you've died.
Yeah, for sure, man. Before we get to it, I know a lot of people just got into the chat, man. Dawn had to handle some mommy duty, so she will jump back on with us also for these relays. Before we get into the next event, we got a commercial, man. We got a new sponsor that's come through for us, man. And so stand tuned for 50 seconds, man. Y'all can do that. Y'all been watching these races. That's been less than that too. So
yeah, man. Hey, listen, if y'all want to support us, hey, y'all support the brands that support us, man. Go ahead, run that beautiful bean footage. What's up, guys? We are a Row partner. In your relationship, how does your partner tell you that they're ready for sex? Is it a wink? Is it an outfit that they're wearing? You know, when you get that hint, you know it's time to pop a Row Sparks.
Row Sparks is that 2-in-1 prescription treatment for guys who need that secret weapon. Row Sparks give you the boost to last longer so everyone can have pleasure in bed.
Connect with a provider at row.co/RSG to find out if a prescription Row Sparks is right for you. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off on your first order of Sparks on a reoccurring plan. That's row.co/RSG for $15 off your first order. Now let's get back to the episode. Y'all go get y'all Row Sparks, man.
For sure.
Get your Row Sparks.
Y'all don't go be out there killing nobody, though.
Yeah, you boy. The Row gonna have you rowing. Anyway, man. Men's 200. Noah Lyles.
No, we gonna get no, man. Let's get into
we gonna go with women's first. Okay, cool. All right.
Women's 200.
Women's 200. We're gonna run the women's first. Go ahead. Man, listen. History was made. Melissa Jefferson. There's never been a U.S. athlete that's doubled at a world championship. If she and her teammates continued to get a goal, she would be the first American female to complete the triple. First American. She would be the second female to complete the triple, following the first and the debatable GOAT of Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, who's done it in 2013. But she's the one, man. You never doubted her from the beginning. You said from a long time ago that girl was going to go double and go right off into the sunset as the best. She's the best to do it. She said at the beginning of her season, before her fall even started, like she wanted to be somebody who was going to be mentioned in the history of women sprinting forever. You know what I mean? And I think this season cemented that exactly. 1061, 2169. Anybody who competes against Melissa, even the greatest ones, even the Sharikas when she was in shape, even the Gabbies, even the greatest 200-meter runners, 2169 ain't nothing to shake a stick at, man. That is fast as hell. So even if they was like, oh, and the missing of somebody, nah, even in the missing of somebody, she would have gave him that work, man, because she separated at the end. I just want to say that. Congratulations to Melissa on creating history for the first American doing that. But shout outs to Miss Hunt from Great Britain, man. You said it yesterday that watch out for her. And that young lady from Great Britain, man, she came and she stormed and she fought and she fought and she fought and she edged out our former world champion, Sharika, who was very grateful to get a bronze medal. Sharika, she had a really tumultuous last season, and coming into this season, it was pretty shaky, but she still ended up getting on the podium. She was still my third place, not from yesterday, but she was third place on my original pick and what she got. But she was second place on my other list because I had Juju winning. So shout outs to her. Let's hear your thoughts on the 200.
Man, starting up with Melissa, man. Oh, Brian, appreciate it, man. Yeah, about the I picked Melissa to double gold, and I felt like that was a very easy pick. Watching her run consistently 10-6 throughout the season, um, it was an easy pick. And as time went on, I think that um, knowing that Sharika wasn't at her prime, and then Juju got sidelined, I was like, it's open door for her, to go out there and just get this gold medal. The stars aligned for her to get to be double gold medalist in this championship for herself. But what I loved about it is that even though you can tell she had easier path to that gold, she still stayed focused, stay dialed in, bro. Like she was still ready to go out there and run full effort. So when you look at somebody like Melissa, when she's on top of her game, she's going to give you her all. She's always going to go out there and perform. She's not going to sandbag. She's going to give you her all. That's what I love about her being a champion and able to go out here and run that fast. And obviously having history, like you said, being up there with Shelly Ann for that double gold at a championship, which is surprising, bro. Like you would think that it would be another person out there who's done this or have the capabilities of doing it. But on to Miss Amy Hunt, bro. Like, golly. I watched her through the rounds at 100, and she sparked my curiosity when she was right there in the semis and she was running toe-to-toe with somebody. I forgot what round she was, which made me go on my phone. I was like, let me check and see who this person is. Went through Wikipedia, looked at all her stats and everything like that. I was like, oh, she legit. Like she got real times, bro, from the 60 to the 100 to the 200. And I was like, she's getting faster and she's showing that she can be able to improve through championship rounds. I was like, she's going to be a formidable opponent going into these 200s. And that's what she did, man. She was able to hold on tight, run her race, go through the line, and make sure she grabbed that silver. I also found out that she doesn't even train in the UK. She actually trains in Italy. So she went over there to work with a different coach and a whole different, facility. So now she's over there doing her thing. So mark my words, Great Britain 4x1 relay team, they will be sneaky deadly. They will be sneaky deadly. Seriously.
But they had three people in all and 100 and 200, even if two people made the finals and everything. So you're right.
Yeah, for sure. To the legendary Miss Sharika, the fastest lady living in the 200 meters. I love Sharika for the fact of she still stood out there, went out there and handled business. She had not the best season. We all know that. But by the time she went through those rounds, she ended up with that 10-8. And she said she cried after the 100 meters because she wanted better for herself medal-wise. But she said, I had to pat myself on the back because I went out there and ran 10-8 when I know my body wasn't even in 10-8 shape to do so. And that gave her confidence going to these 200s and be able to run these rounds very strategically to make sure that she's in a good standing and a good place to go out there and run for a medal, and hopefully she wanted the gold. She would have settled for the silver, and she's okay with the bronze. But this is not the last we've seen of Sharika, man. She's going to come out and give her all too, man. I'm happy for her. All those ladies went out there and battled, man. Anavia, I'm proud of Anavia because this was her first season. She went out there, won a lot of Diamond League races, and she proved herself overseas when people were like, well, ain't nobody really running Diamond Leagues. They over there still running at the Grand Slam. So she wasn't really having competition. But she stood on business through nationals. It made the team, did her thing, and she went out here through these rounds and made it through these rounds and was able to go out to the finals and give all she had. She ran 22-22. But at the end of the day, she had a great season, man. Shout out to her, man. She did a good thing too, man. So my 200, it looked like it unfolded the way it was only for the fact of the dark horse, Amy Hunt, definitely showed up and she handled her job, man, handled her business, man. So happy for all.
Yeah, Anavia is going to be one to watch out for again next year. Usually, when you get this type of defeat, you know what I mean, it energizes you and it motivates you for that next year because she was that close for getting on the podium. You know what I mean? Melissa Jefferson, people reminder, she got bronze at the Olympics. She could have been satisfied with that and just be like, yay, but she definitely wasn't satisfied. And we seen what that turned into. You know what I mean? So definitely when you get a little bit of that defeat or that little bit of suffering, it grows into, wait till next year. Everybody who comfortable with their medals, wait till they see what I got for them next year. So I think that's something definitely a Navia and a coach can handle. So
100%, man. And I'm looking at the chat. Hats, like you said, ain't nobody putting Sharika down. Hats off to Sharika. We know that Sharika had a tough year. We know that she had injury. So for her to come this far, she could have easily just bowed out the season and be like, hey, I'm not in shape enough to be able to win the gold, so why should I even run? That shows you that she has true grit and shows she has true heart. So she's going to be ready. If she crying for the 100, that means she ready. She want that 100 too, y'all. So, 2026, all the people that faltered, they coming back. Y'all just
I think this is
4x1, I'm telling you right now, that Jamaican 4x1 females, it's about to be hot.
I said it. I said it too. I think this is a good building block for Sharika to start reemerging back, to come back next year. Like she made the podium. She ran 10-8. You know what I mean? So going back into a fall, I think we definitely will see Jacko. That's an alter ego, Jacko. And you know when Jacko out there, Jacko is 10-6, 21-4. So you don't want no issues with Jacko out there, boy.
Oh, somebody was talking about Mackenzie, man. That's our girl, man.
Yeah, that's our girl.
I actually sent her a DM. What was it, today, yesterday? I don't know. The time difference. But I just told her, man, it's like, listen, man, don't hang your head. God gave you this path. When you didn't feel like you made the team, then you got a call, said you on the team. When I did text you and said congratulations, you was already on a plane heading over to Japan. So be proud that you even there, man. And this gives you an opportunity to see how it is to be in a championship situation. So when you go into 2027, you will be more in tune of how a championship is ran, and you go out there and handle business the way you're supposed to. So, hey, it's a lot of stories, man, of people out here who fight through so much adversity just to be able to go out there and run the best they can run. And a lot of people from the audience and fans don't realize that. We just click on our television thinking that these are all robots and they just come out the closet and they just go out there and do what they're supposed to do because they run spectacular times and give great performances. They human too, man. They nervous when they stand out there. They nervous when we watching them, or they may be going through something that we don't know that they're going through. So y'all have to give grace to these athletes, especially in their darkest times where they're going to be hard on themselves and be critical because they didn't get the job done. They know they can get the job done. So any of y'all have fans out, any of y'all who are fans for these athletes, man, just send them a message and be like, hey, man, great job. Congratulations. You made me proud. Just saying that to any of them, you made me proud, it will give them the power. I guarantee you, man. I live for those kind of messages, bro. So what we got next, man?
Man, we got 4-time world champion. I had him for the win. I said he was more poised for the 200 and the 100 this year. I was looking at his 200s. I was like, he's going to be a hard beat, man. Mr. Noah Lyles with the four championships at hand, man. He got off that curve. But listen, before I even talk about Noah, Brian Lavelle beat all them. Listen, all them dudes right there, good curve runners, especially Kenny. He whooped them off the curve, bro. Brian Lavelle whooped them off the curve, boy. He whooped them bad. But anyway, Noah, 4 championships. Congratulations. A lot of people didn't think you would be able to defend. A lot of people was like, even yourself, that Brian Lavelle was going to beat Noah. But I'll always go with a little bit of experience over the rookies, the new kids on the block. Like you said, championship running is definitely different. Noah is no visitor to championship running. He is a championship runner. If you know he's gonna be ready, he's gonna be ready at the championships if he's not gonna show up. You know what I mean? I had my second pick wrong. You know what I mean? I didn't have Kenny making the podium. But like I said in the beginning, if you told me Topoho wasn't gonna get no medal, I would have died on that hill and told you called you a liar and died on that hill and lost all my money. But shout out to all of them. You know what I mean? Congratulations to Kenny. Kenny got more silver medals than I don't know what. Boy, that boy is the silver surfer, they say. But that boy there, he made the podium though. He bounced back from the 100. Very proud of Kenny. Congratulations to Kenny, but congratulations to Brian Lavelle. If they don't understand what's happening, that boy is coming, boy. Ain't no Jamaican did what he did and got on the podium in the 210 years, Justin. Listen to me.
Hey, man. Hey,
10 years, buddy.
You're right. That's the reason why. You talking about who? Talking Lavelle?
Lavelle, yeah. Ain't no Jamaican in 10 years got on the podium in the 200. He's the first. And he's 21.
Listen, this is why I had him as my number one in this situation, because he has ran a really good season. He's coached by, I think, Shelly Ann's coach as well. Chat, verify that for me. I believe that's the case. So that means he has a bona fide coach and he's training with athletes who know how to get the job done as well. So just because he's 21 doesn't mean that he doesn't have some experience coming into a championship. I mean, as you watch him run his rounds, he ran his rounds like he was a seasoned veteran. Like he had something left in the tank to give. Like he was ready to go out here and say, hey, I'm going to give you what I know I can give you in this finals. And that's how he came off that turn. He came off that turn like textbook champion first off that turn, right? And he tried to hold on as long as he could. He went out there and grabbed the silver, man. So congratulations, Lavelle, man. A true talent. And he will be a problem for like definitely the next year and the year after that and so on going forward, man. I think this is a turning page for Team Jamaica having a 200-meter runner who really can threaten the podium. Going on to Kenny, man. I mean, tough luck for Kenny. Not saying that silver is not a great medal to have. I know he's thankful for it. I'm glad he has went up there and grabbed the medal. I know that he wanted more. We all know that he wanted more. Watching him run this season, he made a lot of gains through the season from his 100s and his 200s and his form. But, you know, those moments where you have to tap in and go a little bit deeper and pull something out of you when it's beyond just technique or beyond just what my PR is and go out there and really run for it, I think that's what got away from him. And that's what just kept him in the mix and able to get a silver instead of running to the front and trying to charge to get that gold, right? And I think he reverted back to his start, and especially in the 100, he reverted back to old Kenny, his start. And I told him about that. I was like, bro, you just did old Kenny start. You hesitated in the blocks. You got out. The whole field left you. You had tried to run everybody down. Don't do that in the 200. And I think he had a good start in the 200. He ran good. But towards the end of the race, something we also see about Kenny is he starts to shorten his arm swing. His cycle starts to get smaller where it needs to be bigger. So when you watch somebody like the 4-time champion Noah Lyles goes out there and gets it done, he has a longer, stronger stride pattern because he opens up and he generates power from his arm swing all the way back down to the track and his foot strike back down to the track. It gives him that velocity to move forward and to be able to separate. That's one of his secret weapons that he has. It's right there. It's right. This is what Noah always talks about. He says, what I'm doing to y'all is right there. You see it, but y'all don't do anything about it. That's what Noah was talking about. This is exactly what Noah talked about. So when we talk about Noah, I want to say I apologize. I know the chat already told me. I see Just Prime Time. I see Sprinty Bella. I see, yes, I did not choose him, but I didn't choose him out of entertainment. Simple fact, because Rodney already chose him. Donna was already chosen him. I was like, you know what? Let's go for the dark horse. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see if there's going to be an upset. My upset was denied. It was denied by Noah Lyles, world champion in the 200 meters. He went out there and doubled down, Semis, he ran at 1951. Finals, he ran at 1952. Man's in shape. Man got the job done.
Listen, Noah's ready for a dogfight. Like I tell people all the time, the one thing you can't coach people for in practice is that lockup. That lockup, what I'm talking about is that lockup is run the video back for one more time. When you come to that lockup, and it was at 150, Kenny, Lavelle, and Noah was locked up. That's stride for stride. If you're not mentally tuned into your brain to hold form, no matter what type shape you in, to really lock in and work through your form and step forward, and which Noah did, that lockup, you not beating that lockup. I don't care what type of shape you in. If you look, Lavelle form start to shake. You can see he start to buck a little bit, and they get past him. But it was easy for him, and he was running alone. You know what I mean? That's why I felt like when Melissa saw Juju at pre, she was going to be able to beat Juju no matter what. Because when Juju locked up with her deep, she shook her off and finished her through the line. Now, if she broke, I would have been like, oh, okay. Because she did that one time in the season in the 200 when she locked up with Gabby in that 200 at Grand Slam, and she broke form a little bit, and Gabby skated past her. The second time she met Gabby, she was not having that. So that lockup is real, and that's one of the things you can't replicate in practice. Deep in a race, locking up with somebody. And I think he have a little bit of experience in Brian Lavelle right now with that and how he's going to handle that going forward. But I love to say the USA got their look back on Jamaica with this one because they went 1-2. 1-2 with the Jamaicans in the 100, 1-2 with the Americans in the 200. Is this a little bit of a friendly rivalry resurgence of Jamaica, America? Is it? Would you call it that?
A surge of Jamaica?
A friendly rivalry between USA and Jamaica once again.
Yeah, 100%. And this time it's across the board. It isn't just kind of fixated in the 100 meters, like how we had our rivalries in the 100 meters and somewhat in the 200 meters as well. But I would say across the board, man, from the 100 to the 200 to the jumps to the hurdles, like across the board now. I really looked at Jamaica this season, and I looked and I shook my head and said, Jamaica is a complete team now. Like they have an athlete who is a standout athlete, respectively from the throws all the way down to the shortest sprints that's possible, man. That is very, very impressive for such a small country to be able to be so dominant in one area, but also still have athletes who can step up to the plate in those other events too that you would never think. You would never think it would be like that. So shouts out to them, man. They've looked very good this whole championship, and I love to see it because you want a really good rivalry between two top dogs like a Jamaica and a USA. And any other team y'all want to jump in the mix too, man, do it, man. We love to see all of y'all get out there and dominate. But right now, these relays about to come up too, man. So I want to say before we get there, I want to say also about Noah the fact of y'all realize how Noah already operates. Noah's the kind of person that he realizes that what's important to him is not just winning that gold, because he wasn't able to win that gold in the 100. It was the fact that I have to step away from this championship with a gold, or I cannot say that I'm the icon that I'm working to be. You can't go out there and just have such a bad season where you have no greatness whatsoever on this championship. You have to still drop some of your greatness into this championship and say, hey, I'm still here. Had a bad moment, but guess what? My greatness is still here. So he had to go out there and do that, y'all. It was a little more incentivized for him to make sure he got that gold too.
100%. He gotta stay on top because he gotta say who he is. And like saying this is 4 for him. He's tied with Usain Bolt with four gold medals, and will be defending his 200 meter title once again. I like when they try. Well, not try, but I like when they talk about Noah and the GOAT debate. I think these are good accolades for him. But as far as like Usain Bolt status, I still think he's monuments away from that. Being that, you know what I mean, world records failed with the gold medals at the same time. So that's just the big difference maker. Defending and world records falling at the same time while getting your gold medal. So that's Sydney is more so on that path than Noah is.
Yeah, I was there when all that was happening. So watching watching Usain Bolt run and him dominate through those world championships, there was nothing like that. Even though I'm very impressed how Noah is able to rise to the occasion through championships each year, it's not the same as a Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt is Usain Bolt gives it his all, and he's not on double duty. He's on triple duty. He stands up there and handles business at 100. He stood up there and handled business at 200, and he made sure him and his team was ready to go out there and handle business in that 4x1 as well. So it was almost like clockwork. It kind of had to snap yourself out of it and slap your face a little bit and be like, look, man, look, we still got to fight for the gold. It might be hard for us to get it, but if we settle for the silver, they always going to win. You know what I mean? So you had to fight a little bit, but it's night and day right now. Not saying that Noah can never get there, but I don't think that's a conversation piece right there. Bolt's still in a whole different category. And like you said, Sydney's moving into her own space as well.
Yeah, like I said, I think Noah, and I said this before, Noah is creating his own history. He's creating his own path. And I think you wouldn't want to, I get everybody want to compare it to the benchmark in our sport, Usain Bolt, but he's creating his own path. And he's moving up that ladder, creating his own path with the things that he's doing. So let Noah be Noah, let Noah create his own history. And then when he creates enough history, then we'll be able to measure him up against the best of the best in the sport. So that's what I think on that situation. Man, we the triple jump, man. Triple jump. What you thought about the triple jump, man? The triple jump was exciting. Listen, I feel like people letting out their personality in their event, it has to be a thing. We got to see more personality in our sport. And I think that's what's going to help the sport grow. I asked somebody the other day, I said, do you think that the people that doing the field events is making it exciting, or you think the further the jumps it's making it exciting? And one of the experts, I won't say his name, he told me, he says it's a little bit of both. He says both. And he said athletes have to learn to be themselves when they go to these events, because one, it's more attractive to the people who want to sponsor them and give them money, and it brings more attraction into their event. Such a Tara Woodall, you know what I mean? She is such an explosive person and explosive personality. You kind of have to watch, even if you didn't want to watch. Like, you know who Tara is, you know what I mean? So I think it's a mixture of both far jumps, titles, as well as personalities. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I believe it too, man. Especially for the jumps, because it doesn't. The problem is, yes, where usually the runways are in a stadium, it's kind of tucked next to a wall, so only certain people can see it. A whole half a stadium can't even see him jumping, which is crazy to think about it sometimes. And I think they have really good personalities that's all in the jump world, from long jump to high jump to triple jump, like, and we don't get a chance to really experience them enough because of they're kind of just moved to the side a little bit. So I'm proud, especially in the women, especially Rojos. Like, for her to come back to be able to get a bronze medal after having a full Achilles rupture, that's crazy. Like, she came back, she almost had the silver, and then got beat out the last jump for the silver to end up with a bronze. So that tells me right there, that shows you her pedigree of, if she gets back to where she was before and heals completely, it's gonna be the Rojo show again. Not knocking these ladies who went out there and worked hard, got the Olympic gold medals and got the world championship gold this year as well. Ladies, y'all stepped up to the plate and handled business. Y'all did your thing. You know what I mean? But that journey that we all saw Rojos go through, where it's always a nightmare to see, someone go through an injury like that could be career ending, especially a great athlete like that who has paved the way for their event. You never want to see him go. It's like watching Christian. When Christian went out there and was triple jumping, and we knew that he had an injury, and we hoped that he would come back from that injury just like he was before, and it didn't get a chance to do that. Like, it's sad to see that happen. You always want an athlete to at least end off being healthy in the situation. But watching this triple jump that just happened for these men, my God, man, they went out there and handled business. These storylines be so compelling to me, man, especially because of Italy. Italy just wanted to get on that podium, man. And you had Diaz out there who wanted to be able to be the first Italian in history to be able to get Italy onto that podium. and he just was so frustrated that he wasn't able to get to that spot of bronze or silver to be able to get on that podium. But I tell you what, and it seemed like he was that dude for Italy. But then guess who came in that door?
Triple
Andre.
P.
He came in there and he handled business. No, not Triple P. He
Oh.
came in there with that silver. The other Italian came in and had the best jump of his life, bro. The best jump of his life. He went there and jumped 1764 when the lead was already 1755. So he didn't put the whole competition away on his last jump. Like some fairy tale stuff, right? But then who come through, dog? Clutch. Last jump. The pressure was on him, bro. I was like, bro, he ain't gonna win this one, dog. I was already laying in bed, wiping my eyes, like, man, he ain't gonna win this, man. Pedro ain't gonna win this one, bro. He got the crowd clapping, and it wasn't even that slow clap, it was that fast clap. He was like, yeah, he had that. He had people out there like that. And then that man went down there, jumped. I was like, damn, don't scratch. Didn't scratch, clean on the board, hop, skip, hit the sand, annihilated the first lead measure, boy. Gold, the gold measure was just, it was way back there. It was way back there somewhere, dog. He handled business like I'd never seen anything clutch like that in my life, dog. And to come out the sand and be like, who's the best? Who's the best? Who is the best?
Every time I seen him say who's the best, all I could think about was Shoutout from The Last Dragon. Who's the master? We got a picture of Shoutout?
That's how
he came out with that. Who's the best? I say, oh yeah, he the best, boy. And he was flexing on him like this, boy.
Listen, people usually like when they get their flag and they happy, they go to the audience and like they go right there to the railing of the stadium and they hugging their mama or their coach or whatever like that. This boy over here going to the edge of the stadium, giving high fives like, who's the best? Who is the best? That man was at this level, dog.
He was gassed. The people who work for the World Athletics, they were pulling him down. They were like, hey, you can't go. You can't. They thought he was gonna jump into the stands and run off.
He did, man. Hey, that was one of the most entertaining moments of the whole championship, dog. That clutch jump right there. It was like he just pulled it out of his pocket. Like I can win this with a 1755 and just cruise it. And then he felt so disrespected that this dude went out there and jumped the jump of his life. The jump of his life, man. Like you had to be happy for that Italian. It was the jump of his life, dog. He was so happy. And then next you know, less than 5 minutes later, that shit was shattered. Bam! Go ahead and take this silver, my dog. Because I'm the best. I'm the best.
He looked like he was walking past him with his aura, like, you got silver, but yeah, know who's the best though. Know who's the best.
Yeah.
That was good, man. But shoot, we're at that part of the show, man, where we could actually staple our 4x1 predictions now. What is going to be the staple for you, man?
I gotta go first. Okay. All right.
Nah, you the gold medalist, man. You a gold medalist. I ain't nothing. So
I'm gonna let DRL go first, man. I know he got some picks in there. I know he.
Why DRL or why our people in the chat put together who they think would be first, second, and third by country? You go ahead. Blue Fire, wait, I see you, man. Blue Fire. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and give my picks. I gave my picks a while ago, and I'm gonna stand on my picks, man. My picks is for the 4x1, and the only reason why I feel like it's gonna be like this.
Man or women.
We going men first. I feel like if Jamaica, I get old boy, I ain't been going to relay practice. I get that. I get it. But the only reason why Jamaica second, because Lavelle ain't gonna be on that third leg, right? USA, Jamaica, and I got South Africa for third. Those are my picks.
You're reading the screen, bro. Like literally, that was like the next live text that came up on the screen, man.
No, you could go. Listen, I already said this before. You could go back to my old recorders. Listen, the internet. You could go pull it up. I picked that order from the beginning. But if If Jamaica put Lavelle on third leg, boy, listen, that's going to be a hard one for the USA. That's going to be a hard one for the USA.
Sam in the chat said, in all caps, he said they got Jamaica, USA, and Canada all in the same heat. You sure? We can confirm that? That would be crazy, man. That is all in the same heat.
I mean,
So you talking about men? That's what you said? That's your pick
so
for me.
That's my pick for men. South Africa going to have them riders, boy. They saying Great Britain, but I ain't really seen. And I know you don't have to have the fastest four, but I think South Africa is going to ride the wave of last year of Olympics, of them getting that silver medal. I think this is the resurgence of Jamaica coming back from having a poor Paris showing, and I think they definitely going to get the job done. But I think the USA is definitely going to be on their P's and Q's on what they're going to do, and they're going to be a heartbeat because Noah Lyles and Kenny Bernard will be reinserted into this final what they have going on. And along with Christian Coleman.
Sprinty said in the chat that you getting your inside information from your frat bro. So
how I can be? Nah, I don't even know who Blue Fight. Oh wait, his real name ain't even on there. His real name ain't even on
Blue Fight. All right,
you know.
Hey, I must say that I'm gonna go with that same pick, man. For the men's side, I'm gonna go with that same pick.
What's your reasoning? Give your reasoning why.
I think all right. South Africa definitely has a team, and they have a really good shot of being on that podium for sure, or upset a couple other teams as well for an even higher spot. I think it's all about making sure that they build their synergy to make sure they get their sticks around. Everybody's been kind of flying under the radar when it comes to the South Africa side, and they've been kind of, I think, reserving their energy, making sure that they're good to go for this relay. I think they're going to follow that same blueprint that Canada put out there years ago, which was, listen, if we can't go out there and do our own thing individually, all of us, let's make sure that we put all of our eggs in a basket, or enough eggs to say we can go out and get a medal for the relay. So I think that's what we're going to see. For Jamaica, unfortunately, they're saying Brian Lavelle's not running the relay, so I don't think he's going to be on the relay, but I think that Jamaica has enough firepower necessary in the combination between an oblique and a key Shane and be able to have that interior be consistent around the track. Whoever they put out there, I think it'll be a great relay team put together. They just got to make sure that they stay smooth and aggressive going around the turns. Team USA, they have so much firepower, man, which we will always have firepower, but the fact of you have Christian Coleman, you got Trayvon Vermel, both of them are great leadoff guys, so you can't go wrong with either one of them. You got top end down the backstretch if it's Kenny. You got enough firepower now for a third leg with someone like a Courtney Lindsay, and then you obviously have Noah Lyles bringing it home. So I think that combination and other combination that they do have and been working with can still get the job done. So that'll be my picks, man. I don't see how, unless they go out there and I'm not even gonna say it, man. I'm not even jinxing Team USA. They're gonna get the job done. They got it. They handling business, man. That's it. That's it. I ain't gonna say nothing else about that.
They just had it on the screen. The USA, Jamaica, and Canada is in the same heat, bro. So
What?
that heat, what they doing? Oh, they doing top 3 of each heat plus the next 2 fastest. That first heat gonna be faster than a mother effer, because niggas gonna know that. I mean, people gonna know they have to move.
That's true. That's true, bro. That's the lane. That's the lanes too. Put that back up there real quick. That's the lanes.
Kenya lane 2, Jamaica lane 3, France lane 4, Canada lane 5, Poland lane 6, Germany lane 7, United States lane 8, Belgium lane 9.
I like that for Team USA, especially going through the first round. I think the fact of it's going to be more of a glorified time trial for them. They're not going to see nobody. They can go ahead and just take the stick, run with it, make sure they get clean handoffs all the way around the track. It should be an easy qualification for Team USA because they can be focused on what the problem has been in the past, which is the exchange zones and the stick. So they're going to be out there handling business in lane 8, running super fast, handling business. So, yeah, that one right there. I think we on the same page with that. What page are you on when it comes to the women?
The women. Now, I don't know. The internet's so crazy because it be interneting. They had this thing out there saying that I'm not sure how true it is that Shelly Ann wasn't going to run because like her son got bullied at school or something like that. I don't know how true that is. I don't think it is. It's true at all. But it might be true. But they were saying she wasn't going to run. But if she does run, and the twins run and Sharika runs, I feel like they're gonna have a sending off party for Shelly Ann Fraser Price. And their heads, they're gonna be like, she can't leave with nothing. We not gonna let her leave with nothing. And if they're gonna leave it on our shoulders, we gonna make sure our queen, Shelly Ann Fraser Price, leaves with another gold medal. So with that being said, but the emotions involved with them sending off their teammate, and which she is Sharika and well, not the twins because she left before the twins got there. I think she is Sharika's old teammate, and all three of the twins and Sharika trains together. I have Jamaica being first, USA getting silver, and I have Great Britain getting third. That's what I have.
That's if Shelly Ann runs.
That's if she runs. If she doesn't run, in my head, I don't know. And the sticks is going to be good because if Coach Frano or Team Frano and his coaches have those three legs, the twins and the twin turbos and Sharika, obviously they probably would be practicing handoffs after their practice to make sure that they're good. And I'm pretty sure they have somebody else who probably will pop it off. But all that person has to do is hold it together. But the USA has so much firepower, man, and Team USA running, but all those girls running, but they're running. All of them are like 10-9 and are faster this year. Not their PBs, but this year. You know what I mean? Ranging from 10-9 all the way to 10-6. So they'll definitely, whoever they sub out for Miss Shelly Ann, will have to be able to rock and roll and get it done. But like I said, and if they don't, Great Britain could definitely be a sneaker into that first or second spot too, man. They had three women in the 100 and the 200. You know, they had what? Darryl need to run 10-9 this year. You got Amy Hunt firing on all cylinders, and then you got Dina Asher Smith, who rocking and rolling. Like, listen, the only thing I can say about Great Britain will make them falter is if they haven't been practicing sticks. That's the only thing that I feel like moves Great Britain out of that podium conversation.
I'm gonna say, hey, the chat coming with the inside information, man. So they better than your fraternity brother right now, bro. So
What they said?
they saying Shelly Ann said she will run, and they also said Sharika said she has not practiced the relay since she's been in Japan. So I don't know. You know what I mean?
So Sharika not running?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they said that Sharika has not practiced the relay since they've been there. So I don't know if they're gonna practice it like the day after she, she was focused on her 200. So she probably was more focused on her 200. She probably did practice before she got to Japan. You know what I mean? And she's just been focused on what she needed to do from the 100 and the 200. So she really didn't have time to really practice, bro. To be honest, she had to rest her body so many times. Yeah. So, but that doesn't mean that she's not going to run. I don't think that also think that she's going to be prepared. My picks in that situation would be it's going to be Great Britain for third. You know, they are low key dangerous for sure because it seems like when Great Britain is on point when it comes to the men or the women, when they're on point and their athletes are fast and their handoffs are smooth, they always threaten for the top spot. For the top spot. That's what I'm saying, right? So we've seen it happen in the past. So I got them for third right now. I'm going to put Jamaica for second because I don't know what the order is going to look like, if Shelly Ann is going to be there or not going to be there. And for first, I got Team USA. But I also am very curious to know what their order is going to be. Because at the end of the day, when you look at it, and I'm only saying this now, because when I was doing my sit down, thinking about it and talking to you, Rod, about it, I was like, bro, if it comes down to a dogfight, I don't know what's going to happen because you got Shelly Ann popping out the hole, which is going to give you some kind of competition. And at the same time, are you going to put Melissa out the hole? I mean, why would you waste all that top end speed for just putting her out the hole. You know what I mean? Then you got TT on the backstretch, and TT most likely, in my mind, would face someone like a Tina or a Tia, and that means that you got a 10-7 or a 10-8 that's going to be on that backstretch. That's going to be rolling, right? So that already means that the gap is already going to get further. And then you're going to have Sharika, who we already know she's a seasoned vet. She's going to hold steady or give you even more. And then on that home stretch, that's a 10-7 for the other twin. 10-7, 10-8 runner right there. So that's going to be a deadly combination all the way around the track. But I think that Team USA has been working on different combinations from what I hear. So I'm want to see what they're going to do. So I'm still going to roll with the team because TT, she didn't get it done when it came to the individual event, but she always gets it done when it comes to the relay. She going to run her ass off.
Listen, I think for insurance, Melissa need to be third leg, bro. She run, bro. Look at her curve. Leave Sha'Carri at last. Look at Melissa's curve. She gonna be wherever. If that twin is banging the way Tina or Tina, if they bang her, that's your insurance. And the only thing that I think that Jamaica could do is put Sharika on the curve with Melissa. But if they give that and she maybe 2 steps behind whoever she behind, Melissa gonna go get them. She gonna go get them. She carries Miss Richardson has already been last leg for the last 2 championships. Leave her there. Put Melissa back on the curve. She don't got to be first. She could be third. Let her be insurance. Let her be your insurance in case anything happened on that second leg. Not saying anything would, but let her be your insurance to make anything back up because we know, bro, she firing on all cylinders, boy. All cylinders.
Yeah. Yeah, I really truly feel that unless they have some kind of like tactic that they're going to use to be able to create space out the hole, kind of like how we did with Coleman in 2019. When Coleman was in 9-7 shape, he just was the starter. He created such a deficit from the start that we just had to maintain and hold on. We just opened up the lead more and more for him. There was no pressure after he handed his stick off to me. There was no pressure anymore. So maybe that's what they're looking to do. Create a cushion to where there's no pressure and everybody just haul ass. That might be a really good tactic. So we'll see what happens. But Melissa herself, I don't think that she should be first because I think that she just go ahead and just open up on that backstretch or bring it on home because she has the capabilities of at a 10-6. Now you have the capabilities. That's your insurance, bro. That's your insurance. The insurance is always the person who is the fastest for your team, like a Usain Bolt did in the past. If they had any kind of deficit, you know that someone like a Melissa can be able to run down someone who's in 11-0, 10-9 shape because she's in 10-6 shape. You know what I mean? That's your insurance if something goes wrong. But we're gonna see what happens in that.
No, I say you don't give. Like I said, I feel like on the fly, you don't have to worry about Miss Richardson's finish. I mean, her start. She's on the fly. And I feel like her receiving it from Melissa, they did it in 2022. They created a cushion from the beginning all the way to the end. You don't have to be a finisher if you're in the front. You have to be a finisher if you believe that you're going to be at a deficit. You know what I mean? And they front loaded in 2022 because they know Jamaica had the stronger legs. And then their head, they was like, hey, look, we just got to make sure we create enough space that they run out of real estate. And 2022, that's what happened. They have the leg power to do the same thing right now. Create enough space. And if you from the front, you ain't got to be no finisher. You just got to finish.
Yeah.
You just gotta finish.
Devin in the chat said, put Melissa on that curve, like you said, against Amy and Sharika. Ooh, Amy on that curve? Ooh.
You better.
That third leg is gonna be crazy.
Whoever line up, if they have Amy on that third, or they have go back to the 200 meters and look at what's it called on that curve too? Dina Asher Smith. If she meet that girl on that curve and you don't have somebody there who could bang, they're gonna get ate up, bro. Yeah. Mark what I tell you. Them girls know how to run curves. It ain't about how fast they are, if you know how to run the curve.
Yeah. I agree with what Victor said, man. If it comes down to those two on the traditional two that's down there on that fourth leg and it comes down to a foot race, I think Tina gonna win, or Tia, whoever's gonna be on the anchor leg. because they're in better shape when it comes to just pure foot speed right now. Man, this gonna be where the popcorn need to be popped out, man, because it's gonna be crazy right now.
If they create space, they ain't gonna have to worry about that. If it's the first, if Miss Richardson got 2 or 3 feet on him, that ain't happening. She ain't coming back. I don't see her getting ran down. If she got about 2 or 3 meters, she's not getting ran down. They may close on her a little bit, but she's not going to get ran down. She's not. It's not going to happen. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Especially from 10-9 at a standstill. She's 10-9 right now at a standstill, and that's with her start being a little off. On the fly, she doesn't have to worry about that. She is going to float. She's going to be fine.
Yeah. Omarion, Mar, Bradford. He asked, who do they think they're going to put on that second leg through the prelims? If it's going to be a Kenny, a Courtney, or Maurice, because T. Mars is out because of injury from the 100-meter heats. That's a good question. I really don't know. It seems like the relay orders, how they work in certain things, have been like pretty more hush-hush this season. And knowing Dennis, having a lot of athletes that are going to be in that pot, he's been definitely cooking up, trying to figure out what orders he want to put out there. He's a strategist. So he's going to come with an order that he thinks is going to combat whatever the strength is out there of a combination that Great Britain or Team Jamaica puts out there. Even on the men's side, I think he has, Kenny out there, Courtney Lindsay, and he has Christian Coleman. So he has already 3 to 4 guys that's already going to be on that team as well. So I think he's going to put the best order possible, and we just see how it goes. Melissa also asked, do athletes get paid for relays? Yes. If you win a relay medal, there's a tiering system, how much you get paid from gold, silver, and bronze. It's not a lot because you have to split that pot up with 4 people. And if you have alternates also on that team who ran in the prelims, you're splitting it sometimes 4, 5, 6 ways. So it comes up to almost nothing if you think about it. Think about $40,000 split 6 ways. What does it come up to? You see what I'm saying? So it's more for the glory sometimes in these relays than it is for the money when it comes to the relay payments.
Listen, back to your little thing about the USA. If they running Dennis group, this is what I think they should put out, man. This is what I think. And like I ain't no analyst. They should go Coleman. I'm pretty sure they fixed the Kenny situation, Coleman to Kenny. Right? They on the same team now. Last year, they were on the same team, but now they got a little bit of continuity, I feel they go Coleman to Kenny to Courtney to Noah. That's what they should do. Anytime they put Noah on last leg, he's fine. Don't put Noah on second leg. Put his behind on last. Put his behind on last. Put his behind on last. Coleman, Kenny, Lindsay, Noah. That's what it should be.
Yeah, I like that combo. So we're going to see what it is, man. We're going to see what it is. What we got? What's going on tomorrow? Tomorrow's a light day for us?
I think tomorrow's a light day. We might. Tomorrow's the 4x1, is it? No? Or it's a day. We'll come back on the 4x1 day if it's a light day. Tomorrow is discus throw, decathlon, 200-meter shot put disc, long jump, evening session. Men's 4x4 heats. It's tomorrow.
Okay. What time?
And the 4x1 heats 7:45 in the morning.
Oh, Eastern time?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the morning. So the 4x1 and the 4x4 heats tomorrow, and men's 800-meter final is tomorrow. So we could talk about the relays and the 800 meters tomorrow. So that's going to be good because we'll actually see what they put on. So we'll be back Sunday to talk about all of that. We won't be back tomorrow. We'll be back Sunday.
Okay. Sounds good, man. That's what we're going to do. What they say? Hold up. What they say over there? Yep. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Y'all see what the producer said, man.
Yeah. We got to do what they say. But we thank you guys for enjoying our show, man. We know y'all going to miss Don. Don going to be back here with us on Sunday to recap everything that we have. So if we have any Don fans out there, you guys can rejoin. We agree with y'all. Dawn is a great insertion to our show. She brings the flair, and she's great between us, man. So we thank you guys for joining us, listening to us, and respecting our platform. But until next time on our show, ready, set, go!
What's up, guys? Appreciate you watching this episode of RSG, man.
If you may not know, we have just started our Discord channel, man. If you want to be able to sit down with us, have some conversations, have some banter back and forth, come see us.
We have an active channel where you guys can talk with Justin and I regularly, and we have race predictions.
And occasionally on Sunday, you'll be able to speak to Rod and I personally, and also we'll have guests.
And when we drop any announcements or merch, that'll be the first place you can see it.
And we'll also have some lucky fans be able to ask some questions to our guests. So hit the link in the bio.